find me, yeah, I'm in the front row. Got my 2 tickets on me, I'm in the front row. It's the best place to be, yeah, I'm in the front row. Best place to be, yeah. If you wanna find me, yo, I'm in the front row. Got my 2 tickets on me, I'm in the front row. It's the best place to be, yeah, I'm in the front row. Best place to be, yeah. So what's colder than ice and even hotter than a flame? I be in the front row, chilling at a ball game. Yeah, you know what they say, when you're having fun, time flies. Catch me courtside, chilling with the inside. Scoop, come on, tell me how you want it. Catch me on the court, it's the best view in sports. Whether you're Lakers or Arizona Wildcats, whether you're Dodgers, Kings or Galaxy fan. In the front rows, got everything that you need, from news and videos and all in between. So if you're down and you're feeling the vibe, and if you're down and you're feeling the vibe, then come and join us in the front row. Me, yeah, I'm in the front row. Got my 2 tickets on me, I'm in the front row. It's the best place to be.
What's up, y'all? We are at the Schriebman movie premiere event, and I'm so excited. I'm dealing with In the Front Row. Sik and Melanie are here with me. Guys, first of all, tell me everything about this. You were a big part of setting this up, so tell me all the details behind, give me all the behind the scenes gossip of setting this whole event up.
Yeah, Mel and I, we just collabo, talk, text, do everything that we wanted to do. And we were waiting for, somebody to really just come through with a big party like we had before at the film festival. So it came in a conversation that maybe things weren't going to go the way that we expected.
Yeah.
So, we decided amongst ourselves to just say, hey, well, let's just do something ourselves just in case things don't go well. And we said, hey, let's do it ourselves. So I came with the idea, Mel came with a few ideas, and we branched our ideas together. And, I'm part of this gym, this location, the lab right here. So I said, you know what, I'm going to rent the own gym out, talk to the owner besides myself, bring it in here. Let's do the red carpet. We're going to set it up the best way we can. So, hopefully Nick Cannon can see it and say, like, man, they did the best thing that they could do their own selves. And we branched off and we came up with this idea, man. And we hopefully it turns out well. And if it doesn't,
will turn out well.
You got to be confident in here. Mel, we'll go to you working with someone like Nick. What could you say, or both of you, what could you say you learned from someone that as talented as him?
He had to wear a man of many hats, so just being around him and seeing how he put everything together, just like Sik put everything together tonight, just takes a lot of confidence in getting through things and making things happen.
Yeah, of course. And guys, a really important question for me is the message behind the movie. What made you see the role and want to accept it right away, or at least audition for it and then get accepted, obviously?
Well, me personally, I like the role because we all set out to have dreams and goals that are high, but then sometimes there's a mistake or an incident that happens through life to where you have to, consider something else or a different avenue. So it's set to my life because I've always wanted to be an NBA basketball player, and I set out to be that, but God had it for me to be just a street ball player, so I didn't quite make it all the way to what level that I wanted to be in. But it's just a part of life. Yeah, it's just a part of life. You make mistakes, you learn from them, and then you keep it pushing because everybody falls, but the strong get up.
Yeah, and Mel, what made you want to get or be a part of this movie?
I love the game of basketball. I love a good love story. I like the whole dynamic, the neighborhood, how everybody came together. It was a fun set and fun people. We all became family. So why not?
Yeah, and of course, and back to you. I want to know more about your street ball. You're on the N1 tour, so tell me about that.
I've been on the N1 tour since 2001. I was blessed with the New York guys. They had a nucleus of 7 guys that came out to the LA, and they put on a game in 92.3. And I was blessed to come to a tryout out of 2,000 people in Bel Air, and Bel Air Park rather. And they liked my swag and liked my style, and they signed me to a 3-day contract after the LA game to Atlanta, New York, and DC. And then after that, they signed me to a yearly contract. So I was blessed to get on with my little West Coast swag, and I was the first West Coast player to be on with the East Coast guys.
Yeah, and Mel, I have to ask before we wrap things up here, your Instagram is amazing. Looking at it beforehand, what drives you to share the purpose of love?
I want everyone to find it. I want everyone to be it and have it. And I just feel that love is the most important thing in the world. It's what brings us together. It's what brings acceptance into the world. So for me to put that message out there, I want people to feel inspired and loved and always just feel supported by me.
Yeah. And guys, any final thoughts? Anything you want to say about the movie before we wrap up?
Me personally, I'm just glad that I'm in it and just happy that people can see me in something, and then hopefully it branches off to some new things, because people didn't really think that I could act or whatever, but I'm really was telling them that I'm just being myself. So, you know, and then my co-partner, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Watch when you see her. You're just going to be, no, I'm very excited. You know, I'm very excited for her.
Any final thoughts?
I'm super excited. I'm ready for the world to see it. We've been waiting a while, so let's do this.
Guys, we are here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us from In the Front Row.
I'm here with DB from the movie She-Ball. He played the referee, and I hear you did some shit talking on set.
Well, I was the announcer. Yes, I kept the game going. We had a lot of fun.
Do you do this at all outside of being a movie star? Do you do this in the regular? Do you ever announce a basketball game?
Yes, I do events all the time, from women to men to overseas to professional. Yeah, that's what I do. Exactly.
What's the most fun about doing that?
That I'm in control. I get to control the tempo. I get to control the game, and I keep people entertained as well. So that's the key, is that I put a smile on people's faces when they're not smiling, and that's a big thing for me. So I really enjoy that.
Have you ever gone to the Drew League and listened to George do his stuff?
I listen to George. Yes, I listen to George. He's a legend in his own kind. We all are different.
Right.
But
how would you be different, you think?
Swaggier.
Oh,
I'm a little bit more up on you on the court type. I don't just sit back in the chair. I get up, walk around, talk to people, entertain, mess with you, and all that. That's what I do.
And so what did you enjoy about doing this movie with Chris Brown and Nick Cannon?
Yes.
I'm thinking Drew League and Nick Young, but yeah, Nick Cannon.
Well, it was just a pleasure doing it with these guys. I mean, these are legends in the making. Some are already legends. Nick Cannon been around a long time. He's been doing his thing. Chris Breezy, don't know what to say about him. He's just the greatest. He's one of the best entertainers that I've ever seen since Michael Jackson. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, other people would say different, but just my opinion. And it was great. Faison Love, Cedric Entertainer, all these guys. Big Boy from from 92.3. So, you know, it was a thrill. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed it all.
And I love mixing sports with music. Trey Songz and Chris Brown, you know, they play basketball. A lot of rappers get into basketball. There's a lot of synergies, don't you think?
Well, yeah, they enjoy it. You know, everybody wants to be the next Kobe or the next LeBron.
Right.
But these guys, they have different ventures. They have different things that they want to do. And they feel like we're athletic as well, so I'm going to get out there and get my ball on. That's how they feel.
Right. So tell me, what was your most favorite part about doing this movie?
My most favorite part? I'm going to say at the end of the day, when we did the championship games with Nick, Chris Brown, and all the rest of the people. That was fun. I had a great time doing that. I really enjoyed that, actually, because that's what I do.
Right.
So I enjoyed it.
And if so, it felt real.
Felt real actually, because they were playing for real.
Right.
Really trying to win out there. So I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Do you think they crossed that actor barrier and just got into baller mode and just really enjoyed that part of it?
Well, yeah, they you know, I guess they have to be focused when it's time to be, you know, because then they can play anyway. Then they can play.
Yeah.
So, you know, once they're out there, I'm sure they have another level of doing things. And they go to that next mode.
Right.
And that's basketball mode.
Right.
Try to win.
Right. So tell everybody why they should go watch this movie.
You should go watch this movie because it's exciting. It's something to learn. It's mostly like a women's league pretty much. And it's very, 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 very take you off of your seat. These girls can play basketball for real. These staying regular basketball players. They can really play. They overseas, international, so they're here to make it hot, and they did that. So I had a wonderful time, and you will too. Go check it out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with the Professor from She-Ball, the movie. We're so excited. We're about to see a premiere with you in it with, so what did you tell me? How many lines do you have?
I got a few sentences. Yeah, a few lines.
What attracted you to this movie?
What attracted me to it was, first off, that it was a basketball movie, right? There's very few basketball movies. Second, my big bro, SikWitit, who I was a teammate with for like 10 plus years on the And1 Mixtape Tour, had a legit role in it, which was super cool. It was also co-produced by One Media, which also I worked for from a touring aspect. They did a basketball tour that I was a part of. And then also I worked with Nick before. I was in a movie with Nick like 15 years ago. So,
wow.
So yeah, it was kind of a lot of connections.
What is that movie? Make the plug.
It's called Ball Don't Lie.
Oh, Ball Don't Lie. Okay, everybody watch that movie.
Actually, it didn't release. It didn't. But I'm just saying we know each other for years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we had mutual friends and stuff. So when the opportunity came up and it was cool to like they presented me an actual option to have a scene with Nick and say a few lines, come in the gym and we have like some little like jock talk, you know. I'm like, hey, if you really want to win this tournament, you know what I'm saying, just get with me and we can go take the title, you know, and say something to that degree. And then SikWitit and those guys come up behind me and he turns me down. I'm like, all right, respect, and we play a bunch of ball. So yeah.
So how was it playing ball for the camera? I mean, you did it in street ball and and one, but this is for a movie. Was it any different, or did you just let it fly? Was it scripted? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Was the basketball scripted, or did you just play?
Well, I just played, so I was just there for a day.
Oh,
Anything
okay.
I did, we were just hooping. But basketball for a movie will always have to be a little bit choreographed because you have to brigade a story. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I would say the amount of level of basketball talent that's in this movie, they could have just played a lot because a lot of talent. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that's about this that is cool is that there's a lot of real basketball players in it. A lot of Hollywood movies, what actually lacks is the basketball. If you're a ball player, sometimes you could be bummed when you get to the scenes of main character shooting the ball like this. You know what I mean? Not really knowing how to play. So I would say that this probably has a high tier of basketball for a movie. You know what I mean?
That's great, because we love basketball. So tell me a little bit, do you have any story from the movie set or from your past with Nick that people don't know about, haven't heard about, or something that you stays with you, that you, when you think of him, you think about this?
I've had little interaction with Nick, but what I appreciate is he always kind of like supported me, like whether it was like online or if I hear something from somebody. His road manager, here's a funny story. When I first,
it's always a story.
When I first moved to LA, I rented a room from a dude I met at the gym. This dude played college ball. He's a cool cat. Shout out to my homie Dave Isles. He rented a room to a guy who was just moving out as I was moving in, and that was Nick's road manager.
Oh, wow.
So we're intertwined with friend circles, you know, over the years. And then like when I was in that movie Ball Don't Lie years ago, we did like a whole press run in New York for Tribeca Film Festival. We crossed paths a few times here and there. We played in the Source Awards Celebrity Game in 2005. Lil Wayne played, Ja Rule, Nick Cannon. This is like a lot of A-list players who would never play ball nowadays. We're playing ball back then, and that was a good time. So yeah, that's about all I got from him.
Is it fun, you know, seeing actors and rappers, and there seems to be so much synergy between basketball and singers and rappers, and you see like Chris Brown, Trey Songz, all those guys play basketball. So do you think it's fun?
It is fun, and what's interesting, here's something you might not know. The first time that hip-hop and basketball really had synergy was from what's called the And One Mixtape Tour, and I actually started my career on the And One Mixtape Tour. It started about 1999, and then it got an ESPN TV show in 2002, and then they started doing a reality series based on trying to find new talent. They did like a process of elimination, like a whole season.
Like a game show.
Yeah, it was a game show. It was a
Reality
whole
show.
season, a whole reality show. It was when reality TV first started, and it was kind of mimicked off Survivor. So I tried out on that reality TV show, and I ended up winning a contract with a company and won. And that's how my pro career started. And SikWitit is a player who is about 10 years older than me, and he became my teammate, but he was somebody I had to battle with the whole summer. Like, look, we were beefing. We went head to head. I pulled a move off. He pulled a move off, and he's always been like kind of a mentor to me because, you know, he was a good player. He had a lot more experience than me, but we were actually teammates all the way up until about 5 years ago.
So tell me about street ball.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of shit talking going on?
Well, that's part of the culture. Yeah, it's part of basketball culture in general.
I asked for a reason, but go ahead.
That's part of basketball culture in general, and not everybody does. Like, I don't, like, personally, when I play, I talk a little bit of trash, but it'd be more like sarcastic and done in good taste.
Right. But make people laugh, right?
Most of the time. Sometimes I lose a little bit, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I try to do it in good taste and go show people love, because what I do is I go to parks and try to embarrass people, and we're throwing it on YouTube, so you get the energy that you put out. So I try to show people a lot of love and be a little bit different than the typical culture. But no, it's always trash talks. People ask me if I fake my videos. They're like, yo, was that fake? And I was like, nah, it's like basketball is the most egotistical sport. Like, I can go anywhere, and I played pro for 20 years, but I can find somebody that thinks they're better than me. We go in this gym next door with all these high schoolers. I bet you somebody thinks they can beat me one-on-one.
I think we found our new stars of Talk Your Shit basketball.
Hey.
Seek.
Hey, check it out. Look, YouTube Professor Live. You can see a lot of crap talk.
Professor Live.
You know what I mean?
Okay, and how else can they find you on Instagram?
Oh, at The Professor on all social platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is Professor Live.
Professor Live, I love it. Any
yeah.
final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm just looking forward to checking out the film because Nick's people, they sent me my scene I had with him, and I saw that and it looked cool. But I'm just happy to be here and support. Like I said, SikWitit, my big bro. Nick Cannon, somebody who I've always kind of like, even though we're friends, like at a distance, I've always supported. And then a lot of hoopers. Like I met Chris Brown when he was 16. He hooped on the And One mixtape tour when he was 16. So I know Chris 20 years. A lot of these people. Melody's cool. I met her 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
No problem.
In the front row, I'm with Sean Inches Jackson. Sean,
Yes.
how excited are you for this event, the She-Ball event?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. You know what I'm saying, to represent and just to support my man SikWitit and the whole cast of She-Ball. It's an outstanding thing. Shout out to Nick Cannon. I wish you was here, Nick. But I know you in New York, man. I've been knowing you since you was yay high when you was with all that. So we go way back, Nick. So shouts out to you, man. You keep doing your thing, man. I wish you was here, man.
I need to find out more of your relationship with Sik. You were telling me about it off camera. Tell me, you guys said you go way back like you were teenagers, right?
We go way back, like way
Where'd you first
back.
meet?
Well, where we first meet? Well, Pasadena, first of all. Sik and I, we've been friends since, I'm older than him. We've been friends since he was in his 13, 14. I was 17. Basketball court, on the street ball and everything, He always having his basketball dribbling, say, I'm gonna be the man. But he was short and he was small, he was younger, we was older, Okay, you gonna get your chance, little man. You gonna get your shot. But I've been with him. He's my right hand man. I love him to death. I don't want to get emotional because we're more brothers than friends. I do anything for him. I'm so proud of him with his success, his career. It's just him himself. I mean, you see his personality. His personality is phenomenal. He'll make you laugh. Even when you're mad, he'll make you laugh. But that's my heart.
Yeah.
Robin Kennedy, aka SikWitit.
Yeah, of course. I got to interview him earlier, and he's really, really funny, a great talker. Yes. You said something about slam ball, and I want to hear more about this. Wow. Yeah, what you're working on.
Well, yes, I am one of the faces of slam ball. We've been with slam ball since 1999, 2000. Shout outs to my main man, Mason Gordon, the creator of the sport, introduced me to the sport to make me take the sport to a whole new different level with my height. Being a street baller and dealing with a lot of football players, but with how I took it to a whole new different revolution of the sport. Slam ball is extreme sport with basketball, football, hockey, rugby, everything put in together. The extreme sport for the future. Now we've been playing it for 17, 20 years, been all over the world. Last stop was China. So now, for me being a player, to embrace and be one of the persons that kids look upon on, now I will take it upon myself to be creating back the sport, to make it a phenomenal sport, to bring back to the new youth, to give them an opportunity like how it gave me an opportunity. What I'm doing is giving the opportunity to young kids or to teenagers an opportunity to change their lives. It's like, maybe 5%, maybe 2% chance you might make it in the league. But what I want to do is change that with this sport. I want to give young athletes an opportunity to change their lifestyle, to change their life, to make them professionals, to make their parents be proud of them, make them be proud of themselves, to make them accomplish something, to bring on to the next generation, to their kids. It's hard sometimes to become a professional player. A lot of training, a lot of stuff, but I just want to change that. I just want to give back what it gave to me. For me being in South Central Los Angeles, for me doing a lot of stuff that I thought I would never ever become, doing stuff face of Nike, doing commercials, TV shows, movies from Love and Basketball, Like Mike, Scary Movie 2, Method. I can go on and on with my list. But I want to do that to the next generation.
Yeah.
I love to do that to the next generation.
And you mentioned off camera to me before, you tried out for the Clippers. So tell me more about that process and how that has impacted your life.
Now that was a big step. That was so much of a wonderful step for me because I thought I would never ever have an opportunity to be in that professional career. To be playing with people that I watch on TV and have that opportunity to be there with them and to train and be around the guys. Wow, it's phenomenal. But just to have that opportunity to try out and have that open door for the grace of God of trying to present myself of my talent to a professional career, it was phenomenal. Yes, I got turned down, got released, but it was experience. It was a learning experience.
Lesson, yeah.
It was a learning lesson to never to give up. You know, just because if you got turned down, that doesn't mean that another doors, another opportunities are out there. Seek that goal, reach that goal, and just collect it. That's all I say.
Where can we find you? Are you on social media?
Yes, I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Shine Inches Jackson 3. Google me up, Shine Inches Jackson. See more things. Now, what I'm doing now, I'm giving the youth a new opportunity. So look me up, put your names on there, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you guys an opportunity. Come to me. I got it for you guys.
Thank you so much. And you guys heard it first. Hit him up.
So what is the message you really want people to gather from all races, right? From the United States of America. What do you want people to get from this movie?
You know, I always say love is the answer, and I feel like if we just come together and we're accepting and we're always open-minded, then we can get a lot further in the world. It's about staying open-minded no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter what neighborhood you're in, no matter what kind of people are around you. If you stay open-minded, you're gonna learn something, and we always should be learning and growing for the rest of our lives.
No, I didn't. But, you know, I was playing in a 35 and over league, and just to really be funny but honest, because it's true, it was a guy walking across the grass, and he was like, "Hey, yo, where's SikWitit at? Where's SikWitit at?" And everybody was like, "Sik right here, Sik right here." He was like, "Hey, yo, Sik, hey man, I was talking to Nick Cannon, and he said that he's looking for you." And I'm like, "Man, Nick Cannon ain't looking for me. I'm looking for Nick Cannon." Like, what do you mean Nick Cannon looking for me? He was like, "No, he said he had a movie for you, bro, and he wants you to be in this movie." And I was sitting there really going, like, he was like, "No, for real though, Nick has a real part for you." And I was like, wow, and I had no clue. I couldn't fathom it like Stevie Wonder. I used that word, Fathom. I know how to spell it. I went and looked it up, fathom, because I couldn't fathom this. Stevie Wonder, if you know the song that he sings, you'll figure it out. But anyway, other than that, it really caught me off guard that Nick Cannon was looking for me. So when I got that and I fathomed it, and then I had the part, and he really told me, he called me himself and was like, "Yo, I really had this part for you." And I was like, wow, God is really good, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't looking to act. I wasn't looking to do anything else. But God said, "I got something for you, homie. You're not looking for this, but at the end of the day, I got something for you." So it was a blessing for me all the way.
Well, you did a great job.
Fun fact. Well, it's kind of interesting. You said, was Nick Cannon looking for me?
Yes.
The truth is, we go back like 15 years. So I moved to LA in 06 to have a lead role in a movie. And we actually shot it, and Nick Cannon was in it. And it never came out. And we did a whole press run in like New York for like Tribeca Film Festival and all this other stuff. So it was kind of cool, like, to get to work with them on something. And even funner fact is that we really played, my highlights were real. So.
Say that, Fest. Was it for real, Fest?
It was for real. It was for real.
Okay, back to Miss Lucio.
You say yours was real? Okay. That first shot that I took, that was one take.
Ooh.
One take. That first shot, beginning of the movie, one take.
Hey, that's hard to tell.
No, fun fact, which was really dope in the film for me. So the Forum. When I first moved to LA in 2006, I lived in Inglewood for 5 years, and I lived right across the street from the Forum. So I lived on Manchester and Crenshaw. So that's home for me. So that was really dope being a part of this film and coming here. I'm from Sacramento, so Cali all day. But coming here from South Sacramento, and being in a film where the first destination that I touched down in LA is in Inglewood, and then be a part of a film like this that's so successful was truly amazing and such a blessing.